Would 9 wins out of the last 15 do it? Do you think that would take you to 74 points?
I think 74 points is the target, for the playoffs. I think there's some seasons where you probably get in on less, some you probably need more, but I think 74 will get you in there. But listen, that's what we're trying to aim for. We need to make sure we continue to perform like we have over the last 3 games and realise that we're in a good position. We can't keep saying we're in a good position to capitalise. We need to do it now. Every week we're saying, we're 3 points off it, we're 3 points off it. We need to try and get ourselves in there now, so everyone's focused on that.
It's 6 points from 9, but as you mentioned there, really 3 good performances going to Walsall. The Sheffield United game, despite the defeat, was a good display. So you're going with your tails up really this weekend?
It's a good start to the month, I think. 6 from 9. We know we've got 4 or 5 big games coming up, teams all around us. But it is a good start to the month. It's an exciting start. We just need to make sure we keep building on it now.
And you mentioned the away form. Only the top 2 have won more away, haven't they? They've won 8 apiece, Sheffield United and Scunthorpe. You've won 7. You've been flying away from home, and some of your best performances have come on the road.
Yeah, we have been, and I think we've been, in terms of our away performance, I think the boys have the pressure's been off them a wee bit in terms of maybe they haven't felt that pressure of the home games, and something I tried to take off them on Tuesday night at home, and I think they did that second half. I thought they were really, really good second half, really good performance, and like I said to you after the game, regardless whether they had 11 or 10 men on the pitch, I think we still won it. But away from home, like you say, we've been good. We've picked up a couple of really good results, but we've also lost a couple where we probably should have, got something out of it. But we'll continue to try and improve everything we do, home and away, and hopefully it's enough to get us where we want to be.
And Walsall are a team, well, certainly last couple of seasons, that like to get the ball down and play football. Same comments apply in the last few matches. They still try and play in the right way, as you'd say.
Yeah, they are. And listen, their manager likes to he's got footballers in the team. They want to play football. It's a game that could suit us. It's quite a big pitch down there as well. It's not the best cut, so it's always a good footballing game there. But I do know that over the past few years we've struggled there. So I'll make the players aware of that before we go into the game, because that's a place now. We need to go there and we need to try and stamp our game onto theirs and not worry about too much about what they're going to do and think positively. I think that's the key for us at the weekend.
Yeah, as you say, they've got a decent home record. They've had some great results. They smashed Sheffield United recently 4-1, didn't they? So that's an example of what they're capable of.
Yeah, listen, this league, I've said it all season, anyone can beat anyone on any given day. They beat Sheffield United 4-1, but then they got beat Bolton 4-1. So it's, you don't know what you're going to get some days, and it's important that we try and get the consistency, try and improve on our performances this month, definitely, because we do look at it on a monthly basis. I think 2 months we've been poor, but the other months we've been quite good. So in terms of the points per game, we know we need to try and get that up a little bit more if we want to try and cement the place up in the top 6.
And of course you come up against Hanos Tuma, don't you, this weekend? Former posh man, 12 goals for him this season. He's one of the real danger men, one to watch.
Yeah, to be fair, it doesn't surprise me. Arahan's a good player. I'd like to keep him here, but financial reasons we couldn't. So it's it's one of them things. When a player moves on for more money, there's nothing much you can do. You see it everywhere else, in different leagues and stuff like that. But he's a good player. But I think we snuffed him out in the first game, definitely. In the home game, I can't really remember seeing him much of him, but we'll need to be aware of him. Listen, all teams have got dangers regardless of who you're playing, and he's definitely one of theirs.
And I guess some tough decisions for you in terms of selection this weekend. Madison came off at half time, Taylor came on and made a real difference.
It's good. It's what I want. I want dilemmas. I want to have a night where I can't sleep thinking about the team. It's what you want as a manager. I think the biggest thing I've got now is regardless what team I pick. I spoke to Andrew Hughes the other day to tell him that he wasn't going to be on the bench, and just the way he responded was no problem. I'll fight my way. I don't want to fight back on the bench. I want to fight to get my position back in the team, and that's the sort of characters I've got in the building at the minute. There's nobody sulking if they get left out of the team or off the bench. There's going to be, especially when Michael Bostwick and Harry Anderson come back, there's going to be 4 or 5 good players left off the bench every week, which is a good dilemma for me to have as a manager.
Does Bynum Williams still need a few more games, you feel, to really sort of cement his place and get properly up to speed with League One football? Do you need to keep him in the side, or does Hughes coming back in tempt you a bit coming up for the next few games?
Well, Jerome doesn't need to, in terms of adapt to League One football. He was part of a team that got promoted last year in League One, so he knows the league inside out. I think Jerome's done fine. I'm pleased they kept him in, in terms of the games, because he at the early part of the season I put him in, then I took him out, and I put him in, then I took him out, and he's had 3 or 4 games now where his performances have got better and better and better, I think. And listen, it's good competitions all over the pitch, and the left back position is one of them as well.
Just mentioning Marcus earlier, do you have to accept with Marcus that he's going to do things that dazzle you and dazzle the supporters watching from the sidelines, and he's also going to do things that drive you mad? I mean, he put in some brilliant deliveries, didn't he, first half on Tuesday, and then there was an instance when he got a knock and stayed down, and Shrewsbury broke on you and created a chance, and he popped back up and seemed fine. Is that just Marcus? Can you change that in him, or is that just his personality?
Well, I had a conversation with Marcus, because ability-wise he's got everything. It's probably sometimes he don't help himself at times with his demeanour and his things that he probably does, but I think that is him. But I had a chat with him in the summer, and I said, listen, that's the only thing that's holding you back from being the best in this league, and going in further in your career in the top championship club. That's the only thing that's holding you back. And I think the older he gets, the more wise he gets, I think he'll understand that. I think it's just taken a bit of time with him, but you can't knock what he's done for us this season. I think, what has he got, 15 or 16 assists and 7 or 8 goals, and he's part of, a big part of our squad, 100%, and our team most weeks. So, listen, I understand people get frustrated with him, but we know out of, in a split second he can create something or score a goal out of nothing, and that's the type of player he is. We've got a lot of those players as well though in the squad, just not like him. But Marcus is what he is. He creates goals, and every opposition manager we speak to after the game, they're always talking about him. Madison's a good player, he's a good player, so he's highly thought of in this league without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, and the fact is, I guess it's easier to stomach the bits that he doesn't do so well, because, as you say, you look at his assist record for this season, last season, goals record the same. He delivers, doesn't he, on a consistent basis with both of those things.
Yeah, he does. He does always deliver something. In a game, he delivered an unbelievable ball for Guillon, and I remember one he put in for Leon goal in the first half. He put in one for Junior and hit the post. He always creates something out of nothing. And it was interesting when we played Chelsea. I had a good conversation with their manager Conte, and he was saying that they had to try and find a formation to get Hazard into the team, because he was similar. Didn't really want to know too much out of possession, and so maybe that's something maybe look with, and we have done at times with Marcus, because when we have played a diamond, we asked him to play off the sides of people and one of the centre forwards to drop so we can counter quick. So we have looked at that with him, but you can't turn a blind eye to what he does to us in possession, because he's a threat every time he gets the ball.
And you said Craig McHale-Smith had a bit of stiffness, or you suspected he did. I think he was trying to hide it from you, probably, wasn't he? So he could start again, but presumably he's fine if you need him from the start this weekend.
Yeah, he's fine. He's 100% fine. He was stiff. I don't suspect he was. I know what it was like when you get to that age, and Saturday, Tuesday comes along. So, listen, if he had played Saturday, Tuesday, he'd have been fine for another Tuesday, because if you know what I mean. But he had played 190 minutes in a year, and I didn't want to take a risk of losing him in terms of an injury or anything like that. So Craig's fine he's fine if selected for the weekend.
Where are you injury wise? Is it just the players that we know about, the likes of Bostwick, Harry Anderson, Jermaine? Any others struggling?
Everybody's fine. Guillon, we've been managing Guillon a wee bit over the past couple of weeks. He took a little a knock in the warm up against Port Vale, so it was just a little muscle thing. So we've been managing him during the weeks and getting him through the game. So possibly why we have to manage him towards the end of games in case he overdoes it. So apart from him, Michael Bostwick and Harry Anderson, everyone's good to go, and Harry Anderson's only a week away. Michael Bostwick's probably only a week or 10 days away. So the squad's strong at the minute.
And Guillon, he can start this weekend, can he, Guillon? It's just a case of if you need to manage it late on in the game, you might need to give him 15-20 minute break. Yeah,
listen, if he's selected, which I'm sure, his form's been really, really good at the minute. Guillon's always in and around our team without a shadow of a doubt. But we just got to manage people at the minute at this stage of the season, in training definitely. So we've been managing him, and hopefully be fine for the weekend.